A 6-year-old girl in Arlington was nearly hit by a stray bullet after New Year's celebratory gunfire ripped through her bedroom window. It is just one of several issues tied to celebratory gunfire in the city that night. And tonight, that girl's mother tells Fox 4 about the trauma it caused her daughter. Fox 4's David Satendri live now with the story. David?
Yeah, Blake, the bullet hit inside an Arlington home that is north of I-30 and east of Green Oaks. I spoke with the mother who says, as you mentioned, the 6-year-old girl was sleeping inside her room when it happened. She says the bullet landed right where her daughter typically plays.
A dangerous type of New Year's celebration nearly turned tragic in Arlington early Friday morning.
You're shooting your gun, having a good old time. Well, you changed my daughter's life. You traumatized my kid.
Joyce Attidy was winding down with her husband.
You know, listening to music, and it was 1 a.m. My daughter was asleep in her bed. She's 6 years old. And she came out of her room panicked, and she never wakes up in the middle of the night going, "There was a loud boom in my room. I'm scared."
They didn't think too much of it.
We're like, "Oh, baby, it's just probably a tree branch hitting our roof," because it was windy that night.
But once they walked into her room, they saw a broken window and a bullet.
And at first, we didn't know what was going on. Like, we didn't know if someone was outside of our house shooting actively at us or what.
They called police, but after waiting 3 hours for officers to respond, they went to bed. A shaky night for their 6-year-old.
You know, we've raised her to learn that when something bad happens, you call the police and they're going to come help you. And she's like, "Mommy, where are the police? Why can't they come?"
But Attidy says she has no complaints with police. They stopped by the following day. The issue?
They just were overwhelmed.
Unfortunately, it took us a little while to get out there because we had a lot of priority calls.
Lieutenant Chris Cook is talking about a series of New Year's shootings. 4-year-old Messiah Taplin was shot in the head when adults caring for him were allegedly dancing, and a gun accidentally went off. The child later died at a hospital. Blanca Nelly Guerrero was accidentally shot and killed, allegedly by her boyfriend, when he fired celebratory gunfire. And a group of men were arrested for allegedly shooting at an officer and 2 security guards, grazing one of the guards, after initially showing up to the Los Lomas apartments to allegedly fire celebratory gunshots.
And so all of these cases were preventable, avoidable, if people would have done the right thing and made the right decision.
New Year's gunfire is all too common.
You know, we have the old adage, what goes up must come down. And these bullets, they will come in, they will break windows. We are really lucky that this child was okay.
And she was sleeping less than 8 feet away from where it landed.
If the child weren't sleeping, she may have been where the bullet came in. In fact, it hit one of her coloring books.
She sits in color. She plays with her dolls.
Attidy wants people to learn from their story, which hit too close to home.
Everything they do has consequences to somebody else.
Police believe the bullet could have been fired from as far as a mile away. They're asking anyone with information about who may have done this to give them a call.